Welcome to Chemistry Lover, and this is the fifth video on this series, which we call the 100 important topics in organic chemistry. And in this video I'm going to talk about beta silicon effect. So as the name suggests, the beta position, so this is our silyl group. You can see this is our silyl group over here, and this is the alpha position and this is the beta position of this. So this actually this is the alpha position and this is the beta position, and this beta position has some special effect of the presence of the silicon, and that makes this gamma position specially reactive. Okay, so you can see in all these reactions, if you consider when it reacts with this acetyl chloride or this simple alkyl halide or this epoxide or this alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound in presence of this titanium tetrachloride as a Lewis acid, which will activate this compound, or actually the electrophile. So in all these reactions we can see the reaction occurs regioselectively at this gamma position, here, here, and here. So all the reaction occurs on the gamma position, that is this position is only reacting and not this position. Now we will try to find out what is the reason for that, and this is the topic of today's video. So let us see why this is happening. So the general thing is, if you have a compound allyl silane compound like this, and if you react it with any electrophile, the reaction will occur at this position, and here you will have the double bond, that is the reaction will occur from here. Right, now what is the reason why this particular position is so much special and why the reaction is not occurring here? So to understand this, we have to draw the intermediates which we can get out of attack on both position. Let's say the attack occurs from this position, so then we will get intermediate like this. So if this is our electrophile, so in this case we will have intermediate, the positive charge will be here, and if the attack take place from the other side, that is if the attack take place from this side, let's use some other okay, let's use this. If the attack take place from here, then we will generate positive charge over here, and here you will add the electrophile, here you have the silicon group. Right, now if you consider the stability of this positive charge here and here, this positive charge does not have any special kind of stability, but if you consider the other positive charge, that is this one, this is specially stabilized. Why? Because if I draw it in a different way, let's say we draw it like this, this is our E, and here we have the positive charge, and here we have the Si Me3 group, right? So this is 1 2 3, this is 1 2 3. Now if I draw the p orbital over here, this is the vacant p orbital, so this is vacant p orbital because it is carbocation. Right, now this can be in conjugation with this bond, so now I can redraw this CMe bond like this. So this bond I can draw like this. So here we have silicon and we have Me3 group. So this is the sigma orbital which is filled, this is filled with electrons, and this is the vacant p orbital, so there can be a conjugation like this. And this conjugation is not only present in this carbocationic form, but also this is also present in the neutral form, that is when you have this allylic compound, this compound SiMe3, in this ground state also this conjugation is present. How? So if I draw the p orbitals which are present in this pi bond, these are the p orbital, this is the pi star orbital. If I draw, so this is the pi star orbital, And now if I draw the sigma orbital, so this is the sigma SiMe3. okay, so this is the sigma bond. So this pi star and this sigma, they will overlap like this. So what is happening here? So you have this pi star and you have this sigma, right? And they are doing this overlap. So this will not only overlap with this pi star, but also it will interact with the pi orbital, and that will rise the overall energy of this pi orbital. So due to this sigma donation, so this is actually sigma donation. So this is called sigma donation, and due to this sigma donation, this double bond is high in energy and it has some extra negative charge on this side, because if it donates electron here, the electron will be accumulated in this terminal position, and that's why this terminal position or the gamma position, this is alpha, this is beta, this is gamma, so this gamma position is highly electron rich, and it will readily attack on any electrophile. And this can be seen by this beautiful example. For example, if you have this compound where you have one silicon group over here and let's say another silicon group over here, okay, now you can see this particular silicon group is vinylic and this one is allylic position. This silicon group is in allylic position, and this sigma bond, if you consider, this particular sigma bond has no effect on this p orbital, because the p orbitals and this sigma bond, they are perpendicular, so there is no effect. But if you consider this sigma bond, this has a profound effect on this p orbital or this pi bond, what we have just seen, the sigma donation. And that's why when you react it with any electrophile, from here the reaction will occur. You can see from here the reaction will occur and you will generate positive charge over here. So you will have this positive charge, and after that any nucleophile present in the medium, that will attack on silicon and it will come back. So from here you will get this. So this is basically a electrophilic addition reaction, but after addition there is a substitution, right? So electrophilic substitution kind of reaction. So we can show another example here. So let's say you have this compound, and if you react it with acetic acid in presence of BF3. So generally for this kind of reaction you need some activator or some Lewis acid which will activate this electrophile. So in this case BF3 will activate this acetic acid to generate a proton. So from this mixture you will get H plus proton. Now this proton can serve here as the electrophile. So from here the attack will take place, and first you will generate this positive charge over here. Now you will generate acetate also, and that acetate will attack on this silicon. This will go here, and from this you will get this compound. Okay, so this is how the reaction occurs. Now the same pattern is followed by all the reactions which I pointed out at the beginning of this video. So here you can see. So in all these cases you are generating an electrophile by the help of titanium tetrachloride. In this case titanium tetrachloride will coordinate with this epoxide to generate it as a reactive electrophile. In this case it will coordinate with this acetyl chloride to form this group, COMe group. In this case Rx is activated by the presence of titanium tetrachloride, and in this case the titanium tetrachloride will bind with this carbonyl group to activate this alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. So I will discuss one example, but all will follow the same pattern. So let us see the example of epoxide. So in case of epoxide, what will happen? First titanium will coordinate with this, So what will happen, you will have this kind of TiCl4. here you will generate positive charge, here you have negative charge, and that will induce positive delta plus over here. Now this is an activated electrophile. In normal case also epoxide is very much reactive, and over that you are activating it, so it is now a super electrophile. And now you have this compound, so you have this SiMe3. so from here the attack will take place, it will open like this, so you will generate something positive charge like this and SiMe3, and here you have this 2 carbon, this is 1, this is 2, and you have this O minus, which is coordinated with TiCl4, right? Now from here, after that, one Cl minus can leave from here, so this actually will stay as O TiCl3, and one Cl minus is generated from here. That Cl minus will attack on the silicon, this bond will go here, and you will generate the negative charge over here. So from here you will have OH after the workup, and you will generate this double bond over here. As a side product you will get SiMe3Cl, trimethyl silyl chloride. So this is the general reactivity pattern, all will follow the same pattern, and always you will get reaction at this gamma position. So this is called beta silicon effect. Why this is called beta silicon effect? Because in this case all the thing is the stability of this positive charge by this silyl group which is present at the alpha and beta. So this is beta position. In the beta position the positive charge is generated, and that's why it is called the beta silicon effect. So this beta silicon effect has a profound effect on the reactivity pattern of allyl silanes. I hope that this video will help you a lot in your preparation. Thank you for watching.